Hello. Doing a video about workplace clowns and why do I call it workplace clowns. The reason I call it workplace clowns because you got people that come to work and clown around. In my version of a workplace clown, I see it as a person. This is my version of it. When I'm coming up on my own, is a troublemaker, a dramatic person who's dramatic. I'm tired. I'm tired. Um, Person who likes to cause drama, okay? A nitpicker, a person who think they are highly above and beyond anybody at the workplace. They act like they're the boss and they're not the boss, okay? Um, they like to workplace clowns. They just like to make insinuating remarks and everything, and they like to keep drama going at the workplace. Most workplace clowns, they are very highly unprofessional in the workplace. Okay, they don't come to work to do their job as they're supposed to. The work they are hired to do. Okay, I have my experiences with people who are like that over the years, who are, I call it workplace clowns. That's what they are. You know, they don't even have to come to work with makeup on their face. Just see them as that movie It. Okay, one of them horror ass movies. That's what they are. They just a horror flick movie that comes to work that just want to stir up all sorts of shit in the workplace. Okay, all right. So I don't have my experiences with people like that. When you come to work, you try to do your job to the best of your ability. You come to work to be professional, and you do your job, according to the book or whatever. And then you just go home to your family, or you just go home to your personal life. But these workplace clowns, they come to work on a whole different agenda. Okay, most of them do not come to work to do a professional work or do their job as they hired to do. Okay, most of them, they come to work. Some of them just come, just get a paycheck, not to do shit. They want to play around, joke around on the workplace. Most of them, they got personal problems in life, and they want to bring their personal problems to the job. And plus, two, they want to imply a whole lot of shit and issues onto those who actually come to work and want to do their job. Okay, and that's what I have a problem with workplace clowns, and that's what I call it. Okay, they just clowns. They just bring the circus to the workplace where other people, they actually trying to work, okay, and be professional. So I know there's a lot of people out there that got dramatic ass people, clowns that's in the workplace, that just come in and just don't do shit, period. Most clowns, they come to work, they just waste time on the time clock. Most of them, they just do shit under the radar. You got, boy, I'm telling you, I need my cord, I need my battery to my computer real bad. I need to do this on YouTube. I really do. You got some motherfucking workplace clowns. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying not to cuss. Woo! But you got some workplace clowns, though. They go far beyond what they do in the workplace, and they get away with fucking murder. They get away with murder. They do. They really do. But you know what? When it comes to those type of people, you know, most of them, they like to cause drama, fights, and all sorts of stuff, and they not there for the job. You know what? To handle situations like that, when you're dealing with a straight up clown at work, don't feed into it. Don't ever feed into it, but that's what they want you to do. Most workplace clowns, you are a threat to them when you're a good ass worker in the workplace. Okay, when you're a good worker in the workplace, and they do all sorts of nitpicking and stuff. They do all this to you. Don't feed into it. Don't ever feed into it. Write shit down. Write shit down. I had to tell somebody this. You write things down. Date, time, They make sniggering remarks towards you. Write everything down. Make a work log. Make a work log. Don't get into no confrontation or argument with a work clown. Don't ever do that. Don't, because you're a threat to them when you're a good ass worker and when they're not doing the job what they supposed to do in the workplace. Don't ever feed into that, because there's a possible chance they could be setting you up to get you out so they could continue on doing the things that they was doing in the workplace. Workplace clowns, they drive away good people that come in the workforce. Say you working somewhere and you hurting real bad on employees. You need help. You need help real bad. Now you hire some good workers. You got some good workers there. But you got these clowns. You got these workplace clowns. Yeah, they probably got a clique going. They plotting and everything. Hey, how you doing? Trying to get to know you and everything, blah, 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 And then they want to nitpick with you. Nitpick. You doing a good ass job, but you showing them up, but you making them look like shit. You making them look bad. You really is, and they don't like that. They don't like that. So workplace clowns, they're gonna try to find a way to get you out. They're gonna nitpick with you. They're gonna nitpick. They're gonna do little sneakery things in the workplace. Okay. Sometimes you just can't feed into it. Write things down. Write it down. Don't get into no argument with them, because it's going to be their word against yours. Always go to HR. Go to HR. Report it to HR. But you know what? You got most bosses, employers, they got these, what you call it, favoritisms. Got your favorite. They got these little favorites. Workplace bosses got these they little puppet ears on the strings, and they got their little favorite cliques or whatever. But you know what? You could be that good ass worker that they could overlook, but they want a favoritism. They know they got some bad people there. They know they do. They know they do, and they know when they hiring good people, they driving them away. And then employers and bosses, they be wondering why they can't keep good health or why they can't get good health in the workplace. Because these daggone clowns that they got. These clowns, they could get away with anything. They could get away with murder, okay? They can. They actually can. You could sit there and report. You could do this and that. Most of them still got jobs where they should not even have jobs. Most of them do things in the workplace and they get away with it. Let it be you. Let it be you. You be out the door more quicker than a clown would be. Because the employer need that clown to keep the circus going. They know they got bad employees there, but they give them so many chances. They keep throwing the rope out, like things gonna get better. No, things is not gonna get better. Sometimes you might have to get rid of the head boss, because the head boss sent up here keeping these unprofessional clowns in the workplace while they driven away good people that actually is trying to come in and do a good job and work and be more productive in the workforce. It don't matter what job it is. So that's why I call it workplace clowns. But I'm going to say this, though. There's a lot of workplace clowns that get away with a whole lot. I'm quite sure a lot of jobs got people that come to work high. They drink, do all sorts of stuff in the workplace. You know what? There's some people that actually do this in the workplace. Sexual activity in the workplace. Yeah, that goes on the workplace. Clowns get away with that. You could actually be that person or person that knows of these activities that go on, and you could report it. These workplace clowns ain't gonna get fired for it. They ain't gonna get fired. Johnny, Mary, Betty, don't do that again, because we're gonna watch you. We're gonna investigate this crap, because we got a report saying this is going on, and they know all this is going on. You know what? Workplace. I'm gonna say something about this. Yes, workplace clowns. There's a whole lot that they do in the workplace. Sometimes workplace clowns, they fail to realize There's some people out here that are really trying to hold jobs and have jobs, and they got families to take care of. But you want to nitpick on those who is actually trying to take care of things in life. Sometimes you can nitpick on a person in a workplace that really truly might got something deep going on in their life, and they trying to really take care of that. They trying to like heal themselves. They trying to be productive in the workplace, you know. And workplace clowns, they just nitpick with the wrong people in the workplace. They really do. They really do. And then when you pick with the wrong person in the workplace, and then you set them off and they blow up, now you got a person that you don't know nothing about. They probably got a lot that's going on in their life, and the only thing they want to do is just come to work and be productive like everybody else, make money, pay bills or whatever. But you got these workplace clowns that actually mess with the wrong person in the workplace you don't know nothing about, and then you set them off. Now when you set the person off, or persons, now the workplace clown got a problem. I'm going to tell you something. When you mess with the wrong person, you clowns out here, don't think by far that person is going to let things go. You're going to step on the wrong toes out here with anybody. It don't matter who it is. The things that you do at the workplace, oh, trust me, you're going to get reported. It's going to be reported. And then you want to be like, what's that saying go? Snitches or bitches or whatever, how they say it. But I know everybody know what I'm talking about. Sometimes as clowns, you got to be careful who you nitpick, who you bully at the workplace. Because not everybody is going to sit back and is going to take that. They're not going to take that in the workplace, none whatsoever. None. How I handle a workplace clown? And I dealt with this so many times. You can nitpick. You can start like doing little things. You know, you can say like just do things like, you know, you're trying to get a person going to argue with you, to start fights, being confrontational, disrespecting the person. You got some people that are actually scared to stand up against a workplace clown. Some people don't even know what to do, because a person that's being bullied on at work by workplace clowns, most of them are afraid to go say anything to anybody, or go to HR, or say something to the boss, because they're going to feel like ain't nothing going to be done. That's how a person feels. But let it be someone, you clowns, you get out here, you do that to the wrong person, but the right person. Oh, they taking a bean bag, taking a knife or scissors, all them beans gonna come spilling out. Then you're gonna be like, oh no, what the heck? Oh no, you thought you had a rug to wipe your feet on. No. They took that makeup cleaner and they start cleaning your face up with that crap. That's what they did. Now you got an issue and problem. Now the clowns don't know what to do, because they done mess with somebody they ain't know nothing about. It's basically like you woke up a dragon. Sometimes you got to be careful who you pick the bark off the tree from. You really do. Now you got a person like, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that, so-and-so go here, so-and-so rise the clock, so-and-so be having such and such come up here, so-and-so go into a parked car, go have sex, so-and-so be like going somewhere, go home and do this and that for a couple hours and come back at the end of the shift, all sorts of stuff. They're going to sing. They're going to sing. And sometimes you got to be careful. You got to be careful with what you say and what you do, around certain people. See, clowns don't think about that. Clowns don't think about that. They don't. But see, that's the problem too with employers, big bosses. It don't matter who they are. They allow these clowns get away with a whole lot, and chances are, a lot of these clowns done been doing stuff over the course of weeks, months, days, whatever, and they get away with a whole lot, and they still got jobs. But let it be someone, a good employee, that do what the clown does. You be walked out the door, you be fired, ring, don't come to work. We heard about this, that, let it be you. But a workplace clown, I like such and such ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we got this and that on you, please don't do it again. But let it be that person, they be out the door. You be out the door. A workplace clown still got a job. A workplace clown gonna sit up there and start fights. They can start this, they can start that, and you go report it. You can even write out a statement, and they still got a job. Workplace clown, they go up and just walk. They could do a no call, no show and still got a job. They could just walk off a job and still got a job. They could start a fight and say you was the one that caused it, which they was the main one who did. Because one, they envious you and they don't like you. They hate you. All sorts of things. So workplace clown gonna find a way to try to get you out because you're a threat to them on the job, because you, the person who's coming in with the mindset of coming in to do a job, to be professional, where they just coming in to be a clown and joke around and get paid to do bare minimum or get paid not doing nothing in the workplace. So when you're dealing with such people like that, and they coming at you all reckless and disrespectful, and they want to cause problem at the workplace, do a work while. You go to the store, go to Walgreens somewhere, get you like a little book or something. I used to do this. Get you a little, just start writing down stuff. The date, the time, what the person had said, what the person had did, everything, when it's all sitting around you, when they, doing you wrong. I mean, just anything. Anything. Especially when they are being nitpickers or bullies at the workplace. Write things down. They want to say something out of the way, disrespect you, write it down. Don't get mad. Write it down. Don't get into no confrontation or argument with them. Don't do none of that with them, because that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. They're miserable people. They're miserable. That's basically what it is. Don't feed into that garbage. Because when you feed into that garbage, they got you. And then in their mind, they know what buttons to push with you to get things going. But see, when you ignore them, and you don't give them fuel to the fire. Stop throwing wood in their fire. Stop throwing that oil in their fire. Stop doing that. Use the extinguisher. Extinguish that shit out. Start ignoring them. Write things down. Things look good on paper. And then when the time comes, you so sick and tired of it, take that shit to HR. Take it to somebody. If you have to, go to EEOC. That's what I used to do. I went out to the federal building, EEOC. Oh, I went through some stuff. I really have. I don't bull crap when it comes to workplace bullies. I don't. They just bad as school bullies. Any type of bully out here. They miserable. That's all. They don't have a life. They want to feel big and powerful, trying to make you feel less of a person, powerless. Most people are just, what I call it, they could be narcissists. They could. It's just the mentality that they have. I'm not afraid of no workplace bully or a clown. I stand up to them. They will lie on you about anything. They'll talk about you at the workplace. Because they don't have nothing better to do just to be a circus clown in the workplace. It don't matter how many times you go to the boss or employer and report, and they still got a daggone job. But don't, it's like this. It's going to come a time, yeah, you're going to stand up to them. You may have beef with them. You may like, hey, it'd be a showdown argument, whatever. But you know what? And then who gets what the final, who gets a warning, this a warning, that. They know how to work it. They do. But there's ways around it to beat that. Don't feed into that garbage. They just miserable people. That's all. They just miserable. They don't have a life. Write things down. Write it down. If you have to get it notarized, get it notarized. Sometimes in life, you might have to go as far and get an attorney. Sometimes it can boil down to that when the employers don't do anything and they are still there. They're still there. Sometimes workplace clowns, you be wondering why things is not going right. Give an example. Say hospital or nursing home, a workplace clown. Now, I'm going to use this as an example. Say mealtime. Say it's about mealtime. Now, you got tons of people to feed in the building. Tons of people. You got to get these meals out at a certain time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, you wonder where, dang, carts ain't here yet. Where the carts at? Man, carts is late. Carts is late. Man, where the carts at? Dang, people hungry and stuff, you know. And then the carts finally comes up. You pass out trays. This is just only an example. You run into a couple of trays. A tray don't have no food on there. Now, the workplace clowns, they somewhere, they playing around. They not being professional about anything. They not being professional about nothing. A tray is missing. Nobody didn't get a plate. Cart all messed up and jacked up. The crew is like, when you try to call or whatever, the crew gets smart with you. Unprofessional. I'm just saying. Most of your staff could be high. A lot of gagging around. Probably done went off and doing something they should not be doing. Just examples. Just saying. That's what workplace clowns do. But let it be somebody who's truly genuine in the workplace. Things gonna get done right. When you got the right people in the workforce, they get the job done. Every time, each day, every day, on time. But when you got workplace clowns playing around, ain't nothing gonna be done right. Nothing. Everything gonna be so messed up and jacked up, not running on schedule, not running on time or whatever. It don't matter what your job career is. Things ain't gonna run right when you got these clowns. I mean, when you still got them hanging around. And you know these clowns is bringing shit down. They bringing things down. We need help. We gotta have some more help. Then we short. We need office crew here. We need restaurant crew. Janitorial, whatever. It don't matter what the job description is. They run people away. When you bring in good people and you cannot see beyond that, but you want to keep them there because they're your favorite people. You favoritism them. Sometimes people got to learn the hard way. When you keep clowns around, it's sad. But it's out there and it's happening. It's sad. Don't feed into the garbage. That's all I'm about to say is when you got workplace, when you're working with people like that, don't feed into it. They want to sit up, they want to sit there and say something smart. They want to talk about you. They want to call you names. They want to try to nitpick, cause fights. You got workplace clowns. You know how the workplace clowns, when you walking by, they want to get in the way. They act like they want to try to bump you and stuff. They want to hit you and everything. Yeah, they looking to start a fight or argument. They don't got nothing better to do. So you know where they came from. You know where they came from. Unprofessional. They're so unprofessional. They don't got a life. Something going on with them. Workplace clowns. Some of them, they can't even come to work dressed right. Sometimes you a workplace, some jobs you gotta be in uniforms. Have you ever seen anybody come to work and they dress a certain way? Dang, you be like, dang, they could come in, they could wear this now. Dang, they got me wearing the uniform. I feel like that. How come they get to wear this and that, and I can't? Workplace clowns, they get away with anything. Shoot, let it be a female that come to work wearing some skin tight, nipples showing through the shirt and shit. You wearing tight ass pants. When you bend down, your crack of your ass is showing and everything. That's so unprofessional. Same thing goes with guys. They come in, they just wear whatever they want to wear. Just come in, just wear what they want to wear. And it's sad. They could get away with anything in the workplace. The clowns. Yes, the clowns. Special clown pets. That's what I call it. Chia. They could be a chia pet too. Just add water to it. And the bullshit just keep growing. It don't stop. It just keep growing and growing. I'm about to get up off of here. I'm about to get myself ready for bed. I'm tired. So if you're dealing with such in the workplace, them clowns, don't feed into that garbage. Don't feed into it. Don't. Report it. Don't be afraid to report. Write it down. Write it down. If you can't even go to an employer, there's places, organizations that can handle stuff like that if you're afraid. Because most clowns do make a person feel uncomfortable. They really do. To the point where the person may like where they're working, but they don't want to work there. Oh, and I meant to say too, most workplace clowns, they can make you really feel uncomfortable in the workplace. They really can. Most of them don't even welcome you. They don't even welcome you. They don't make you feel welcome there. You be like, damn, this look like a great place to work. Oh, I wouldn't mind working here. Shoot, the atmosphere and everything. And it depends on what the job is, the department. It don't matter. And then when you get there, some of them, they look at you. Hey, how you doing? You know, some of them, they don't have that welcoming, you know, attitude or whatever, that pleasant attitude, personality, and they just make you feel uncomfortable. And then you wonder what the hell you done got yourself into. Oh, they got gossip here a lot. Dang, they talk about so and so, this, so and so, that, you know, dang, ooh, dang, that's what they do. Ooh. And then, you know, they probably hang out together, and then they talk about personal stuff, and you know, it's just chaotic. It just is. But when it comes to workplace clowns, yeah, they don't make you feel welcome in the workplace. They really, really don't. They really don't. That's why they nitpick to get you out, because you're a threat. They don't want that. They don't want that. That's why most workplaces go downhill, because things ain't been done right. Sometimes I wonder what it's going to take for an employer to wake their behinds up and say, okay, it's time to clean house. It's time to get something better up here. But I'm sorry, you know, I gotta cut the strings on my puppet. I'm sorry, but you just gotta go. I need something better up in here, because you're making me look bad. You're making me look bad. Dang, I just hired this person, that person. I just hired Mary Jo, Betty Lou, dang, Billy Bob, and all that. Dang, I just had these good people, and damn, they leaving me. They quit. Why? Cause you're clowns that got rid of them. They clowns that did the perfect circus act in the workplace. Now you're back on square one. You're back on square one. Hey, I need some help. Hey, I thought I hired help. Yeah. But you're not looking at your clowns. Your clowns, your favorite tease. Your favorite tease is what? Keeping people away. It's sad. It's truly, indeed sad. Wake up. Wake up. Quit having these clowns put Gorilla Glue or whatever on your eyelids, keeping them eyes closed shut, because that's what they're doing. And then when something goes in about your clowns, oh, they're going to be good little clowns for a little bit. Oh, we can't be doing this. We can't do this no more. We can't go sneak off and do our little rumpy rendezvous. Or we can't go here and there and do what we normally do. We got to be on our best behavior. We do. We're going to have to wait until the flames die down, and then we're going to be back on that game again. Yeah, we're going to be back on it. Yeah, we still going to have our job. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get this person out. Yeah, he a snitch, she a snitch. We're going to find a way to get them out of here. Yeah, we're going to nitpick, call them every name in the book. We gonna, when they walk by, we're going to bump them. We're going to yeah. We're going to do this next, try to start a fight. Get them going. Yeah, they the ones who started it. They the ones who started, and they the main ones who started it. Yeah. They the main ones. Write stuff down. Write it down. Write down. Because in the workplace, really, you can't take no pictures. Really, you can't do a video. You can't record. You can't do none of that. Just write it down. Just write it down. Sometimes it gets to the point where you're going to say, bump it. You got to video record their behavior, whatever. Do it. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. There's some technology stuff out here. I got an ink pen that is a camcorder, and it takes pictures and it writes as an ink pen. I pay good money for that. I got a phone charger. I got a charger with a camera on there. Yeah, I got a charger, a phone charger with a camera on there. You wouldn't even know that you're being video recorded. Yeah, I got some stuff. I really do. I could have my ink pen right in here. An ink pen right here. I could just press that button real quick. Hook that up to my computer. Download it. Bam. I got you. You got the clown. You said what? You said you didn't do what? Oh, you didn't? You tell me that you didn't go off here and you ain't went out and drink some whiskey, some alcohol, drink or smoke some weed, or you ain't go back to this back room and did the whoopee whoopee hoo 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 because you couldn't wait till you get home into your bed and do that. That's what happened when you mess with good people who try to come into the door. And it's very sad that employers keep people like that in the workplace. And you wonder why you can't get good help in the door. And they run it off good people. Sometimes in life, you got to clean house. You got to clean house. Because sometimes the big boss will clean house with the person who's supposed to be highly in charge of the clowns. They could easily get rid of that person and bring in somebody a little bit more better. They can. And then when they bring in that person a little bit more better, all right, clowns, get your circus gear. It's time to go because new people coming in and it's going to be a better atmosphere. Peace and out. God bless.